What's up, everybody? This is Coach Cody with Dilemma Combatives. I'm here with my trusty Uke Aaron, and we're going to talk about how to attack a standing opponent from the guard position. All right, so I've got somebody standing in front of me here. In our other video, we talked about how we can think about guard in terms of inside position, outside position, and sort of 50-50. I think, and then our opponent could be standing or he could be kneeling. I think of those two categories, a lot more people, especially nogi, struggle against a standing opponent. It's because, for one, I don't have gi grips that I can use to stretch him out very effectively. So we're forced to play a faster game and also a shorter distance game. But we do have some advantages that we can use. Okay, so Aaron is usually choosing to stand up because he's less susceptible to upper body attacks. I don't really have a lot of ways to attack his arms, kimuras, guillotines, get to his back. Those are all farther away from me, okay? However, the disadvantage for him in this position is his legs are more available to me. Now, that could mean leg locks at a more advanced level, but it also means wrestling up to a leg, okay? Or simply just, he's more susceptible to trips like this. Okay, so that's conceptually like what we're looking to do, and all of those options, whether it's leg locks, wrestling up, or trips and sweeps, all kind of require me to be able to off-balance him in some way, okay? And in my opinion, the most effective way to do that is, can you come down to your knees? We're going to force external rotation of the hip like this, okay? This is a concept that we use in a lot of positions in jiu-jitsu. It's basically the idea behind reaping the leg in leg lock positions, which is illegal, but there's a lot of other positions where it's legal, okay? And when we force the hip to turn that way, it just really limits his mobility, and it gives us a big advantage over him, okay? The other thing that we're going to do to limit his mobility is we're going to attach ourselves to one leg. So I'm really sticking my whole body to this one leg. We're here in like a shin-to-shin position, okay? Aaron's usually giving me one leg forward because he knows if he's too square, he's susceptible to that same trip we saw before. A lot of people call it the dummy sweep because you have to be a dummy to get hit by that. So when he gives me this one leg, I attach my whole body to it, and I use my whole body to force his leg to turn that way. You notice how his center line, or he comes off my center line here. It's very hard for him to pressure into me here, okay? And so this gives me control, and it gives me time to get into these sort of stronger X-guard type of positions where I can sweep him or maybe go into leg locks. Or even, in some cases, I can actually wrap up his legs and wrestle from here, okay? So let's look at a similar thing when I don't have inside position. So I talked last time about sometimes your opponent is able to step inside and you can't stop it, and you're forced to play this kind of De La Hiva type position. Another common transition we'll see that you should know is when you have the closed guard and they stand up and you feel like you can't get anything going from here, what you can do is grab a foot, let go, make an angle, okay? Notice I'm always trying to extend this second leg away so that Aaron can't square up with me and pressure into me. He can sort of crowd me, or he can create knee cut pressure. Okay, so I'm always stretching that, and I sit up as I do that, okay? Now, if I can get a wrist, that's great. I don't really need it, but it helps a lot. Again, I'm attached my whole body to this leg as much as I can, and I force that rotation that messes up his balance, okay? So even though the way I'm connected to him is different, the concept is the same, okay? From here, it's very easy to wrestle up on that leg. Or a lot of times I like to pummel back inside, and now I'm where I want it to be anyways. Okay? Boom, we can get into all this kind of fun stuff. So, there's a lot of other options that we have against a standing opponent, but in my opinion, these are really your highest percentage options in no-gi because we're really creating a lot of connection to that one leg and dominating that one limb and turning the leg in a way that makes our opponent weak and takes their pressure away from us. And that's going to create a lot of options for you, whether you're a person who likes to wrestle or go to leg locks or just sweep and get on top. So I hope that helps to give you some really good high percentage options in a position that a lot of people have difficulty with. So please let me know if that's helpful, if you have any more questions, what other stuff you'd like to see us go over. And as always, train hard, train safe, train smart. Os.